Imagine looking in the mirror each day and knowing you are fully responsible for your choices, your growth, and your life. No excuses, just results. What if I told you that practicing self-accountability every single day is the secret to turning your dreams into reality? Imagine looking in the mirror each day and truly understanding who you are, your strengths, your weaknesses, your habits, and your triggers. Self-awareness is the foundation of accountability. When you take a few quiet minutes each morning to reflect on where you fell short yesterday and where you want to improve today, you set the tone for intentional action. Knowing yourself deeply allows you to make choices that are aligned with your goals rather than reacting to circumstances or blaming others for your outcomes. Once you understand yourself, it becomes essential to set clear, specific goals. Vague intentions rarely lead to meaningful results. Break your larger goals into manageable, actionable steps and ask yourself each day, what is the one thing that must be accomplished to move closer to your vision? By focusing on tangible actions, you create a roadmap that guides your daily decisions, ensuring that every effort counts toward real progress. Consistency and structure are your allies in building accountability. Creating a daily routine that includes habits like journaling, planning your day, or reviewing your progress keeps you disciplined and intentional. When actions are repeated daily, they become habits that reinforce accountability naturally. Tracking your actions and reflecting on both successes and mistakes ensures that you remain honest with yourself and continuously improve. Measurement brings clarity, and clarity fuels growth. Accountability also requires embracing your mistakes without excuses. Reflecting on where things went wrong and how they can be improved tomorrow builds integrity and resilience. By confronting failures directly, you stop avoiding responsibility and instead learn to transform challenges into lessons. In this way, accountability is as much about acknowledging shortcomings as it is about celebrating achievements. Positive reinforcement for consistency. Even small wins encourages continued effort and strengthens the habit of holding yourself accountable day after day. Ultimately, self-accountability is a lifelong practice. It is not about perfection, but about honesty, discipline, and a commitment to personal growth. Every day presents an opportunity to improve, to learn, and to make choices that shape the life you want. When you consistently hold yourself to a higher standard, you stop waiting for circumstances to change and start actively creating a life of purpose, fulfillment, and integrity. Setting clear and measurable goals is one of the most powerful ways to hold yourself accountable. When your goals are vague or undefined, it's easy to drift through your days without real direction, unsure whether your actions are moving you forward or keeping you stagnant. By defining exactly what you want to achieve, you create a roadmap that guides your daily choices and keeps you focused on what truly matters. Clear goals transform abstract ideas into concrete targets that you can work toward consistently. Measurable goals give you the ability to track your progress and evaluate your efforts objectively. Instead of relying on vague feelings of success or failure, you can see tangible evidence of what you have accomplished and what still needs work. This creates a natural feedback loop where your actions are either reinforced or adjusted, helping you stay on course. When every step you take is measurable, accountability becomes less about self-criticism and more about honest reflection and improvement. Breaking larger goals into smaller, actionable steps is essential for maintaining momentum. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by big ambitions, but when you focus on the specific tasks that move you toward your ultimate goal, each day becomes meaningful and productive. By asking yourself what must be done today to make progress, you create a clear, Achievable plan of action that prevents procrastination and builds confidence. Each small victory is a reminder that consistent effort leads to long-term success. Clear goals also help you make better decisions in the moment. When faced with choices, you can quickly evaluate which option aligns with your objectives and which one might distract you. This reduces wasted time and energy while strengthening your self-discipline. Accountability becomes woven into your daily life because your goals act as a constant reference point, helping you stay aligned with your priorities even when distractions or temptations arise. Ultimately, setting measurable goals fosters a sense of purpose and ownership over your life. You begin to see your progress in real, concrete terms, and your successes reinforce your commitment to staying accountable. Clear goals are not just about achieving outcomes, they are about creating a structure for your life where your actions, decisions, and habits are all in harmony with the vision you have for yourself. With this clarity, accountability becomes not a burden, but a pathway to growth, fulfillment, and consistent achievement. A daily routine is more than just a schedule. It is the structure that allows you to take control of your life and hold yourself accountable. When you plan your day intentionally, you create a rhythm that supports productivity and consistency. Without a routine, it's easy to drift from one task to another, reacting to circumstances instead of actively shaping your day. A routine turns your intentions into actions and keeps you focused on what truly matters. By establishing consistent habits, you build momentum and reduce decision fatigue. When certain actions are done automatically, like journaling, planning, or reviewing your goals, they no longer rely solely on willpower. Repetition creates discipline, and discipline forms the backbone of accountability. Each small, consistent action compounds over time, helping you steadily move closer to your larger goals. A daily routine also provides clarity and direction during moments of uncertainty. When the day is mapped out, you know exactly what needs your attention and energy, which reduces procrastination and stress. Even small rituals, like setting aside time in the morning to plan or reflecting in the evening on what went well, anchor your day and give it meaning. These moments of focus reinforce a sense of responsibility to yourself. Routine encourages reflection and course correction, allowing you to see where your time and effort are going. By reviewing your actions at the end of each day, you can identify what worked, what didn't, and what adjustments are needed. This ongoing evaluation strengthens your self-awareness and keeps your accountability practice active, ensuring that each day is not just about completing tasks, but about growing and improving continuously. Ultimately, creating a daily routine is about taking ownership of your life. It is a commitment to yourself that your goals, values, and priorities will guide your actions, rather than outside distractions or fleeting impulses. A well-structured routine cultivates discipline, focus, and resilience, making self-accountability a natural part of your everyday life. Over time, these habits shape not only what you achieve, but who you become. Tracking your actions is one of the most important tools for holding yourself accountable. When you take the time to record what you do each day, you create a clear picture of how your choices are shaping your progress. Without tracking, it's easy to believe you're moving forward when in reality, your actions may be scattered or inconsistent. Keeping a record of your tasks, habits, and decisions allows you to see exactly where your time and energy are going. Recording your actions also gives you the ability to measure your progress objectively, instead of relying on memory or vague feelings of accomplishment. You can see concrete evidence of what you've achieved and where you've fallen short. This clarity makes it easier to celebrate small wins and stay motivated, while also identifying areas that need improvement. By having a detailed account of your actions, you can make more informed decisions about how to adjust your approach. Tracking your actions encourages reflection and intentionality. When you know that your efforts are being recorded, you are more likely to think carefully before acting. This builds self-discipline and helps prevent mindless or unproductive behavior. Over time, consistently tracking your actions develops a habit of self-awareness, where every decision and step is guided by your goals and values. Keeping track also makes it easier to hold yourself accountable for mistakes. When you can review what happened, why it happened, and how it affected your progress, you are forced to confront your own role in the outcome. This honest reflection fosters responsibility and integrity, allowing you to learn from failures rather than repeating them. It turns setbacks into lessons and mistakes into opportunities for growth. Ultimately, tracking your actions transforms accountability from a vague concept into a practical, everyday practice. It allows you to monitor your progress, refine your strategies, and stay focused on your goals. When you consistently record and review your actions, you build a stronger connection between intention and result, ensuring that your efforts are aligned with your vision and that you are truly in control of your journey. Owning your mistakes is a vital part of personal growth and self-accountability. Everyone makes errors, but what separates those who grow from those who stagnate is the willingness to face their mistakes head on. Accepting responsibility for what went wrong allows you to take control of your life instead of shifting blame onto circumstances or others. When you stop making excuses, you create space for honest reflection and real improvement. Acknowledging mistakes requires courage and humility. It's natural to feel embarrassed, frustrated, or even ashamed when things don't go as planned, but avoiding them only prolongs the problem. By confronting your errors directly, you show integrity and strengthen your character. Every mistake you own becomes a stepping stone toward greater self-awareness, resilience, and wisdom. Once you accept your mistakes, the next step is to analyze them objectively. Ask yourself what caused the outcome, what decisions contributed to it, and how you could handle similar situations better in the future. This reflection transforms failures into valuable lessons and ensures that you do not repeat the same patterns. Mistakes stop being setbacks and start becoming tools for learning and growth. Owning mistakes also helps in building accountability in every area of life. When you admit where you went wrong, you reinforce the habit of taking responsibility for your actions, which naturally strengthens your self-discipline. People who consistently own their mistakes gain trust and respect, not because they are perfect, but because they demonstrate honesty and a commitment to improvement. Ultimately, owning your mistakes empowers you to change your trajectory. It turns failures into opportunities for growth, strengthens your decision-making, and builds a mindset of responsibility and integrity. The more you embrace your errors, the more capable you become of navigating challenges, making better choices, and shaping a life that reflects your highest potential. Self-reflection is a powerful tool for understanding yourself and your actions. Taking time each day to pause and look inward allows you to see not just what you did, but why you did it. By asking yourself honest questions about your choices, your emotions, and your behaviors, you gain clarity on how your actions align with your goals and values. Without reflection, it's easy to repeat the same mistakes or drift through life without conscious direction. The process of reflecting encourages awareness of patterns and habits. When you examine your day, You can identify behaviors that serve your growth and those that hold you back. This awareness is crucial because it helps you make better decisions in the future. Recognizing recurring mistakes or ineffective habits gives you the opportunity to adjust your approach before small problems turn into bigger setbacks. Self-reflection also strengthens emotional intelligence. By considering your reactions, feelings, and motivations, you learn to respond thoughtfully rather than impulsively. This allows you to manage stress, communicate more effectively, and navigate challenges with greater composure. When you understand yourself better, you also improve your relationships and interactions with others. Regular reflection fosters accountability because it holds you responsible for your own choices. Taking a few minutes each day to honestly assess what went well, what could have been better, and what you learned creates a habit of self-responsibility. It prevents you from blaming external circumstances and instead encourages proactive problem solving and continuous improvement. Ultimately, self-reflection is about growth and alignment. It transforms each day into an opportunity to learn, adapt, and improve. By consistently practicing reflection, you become more conscious of your actions, more deliberate in your choices, and more committed to living a life that reflects your values and aspirations. Over time, this habit strengthens your character and ensures that your personal growth is intentional and continuous. Positive reinforcement is a powerful way to motivate yourself and strengthen the habits that lead to success. When you acknowledge and reward your own efforts, no matter how small, you create a positive cycle that encourages continued action. Celebrating achievements, even minor ones, reinforces the behaviors that contribute to your growth and keeps you moving forward with energy and focus. Recognizing your progress helps you maintain momentum, especially during challenging times. It's easy to become discouraged when results don't come immediately, but by appreciating the effort you put in, you remind yourself that consistent action matters more than instant perfection. Each acknowledgement of success builds confidence and reinforces your belief in your ability to achieve your goals. Positive reinforcement also helps shift your mindset from self-criticism to self-encouragement. Instead of focusing solely on mistakes or shortcomings, you create a balance by celebrating what you do well. This balance fosters resilience and optimism, making it easier to stay committed to your routine, even when obstacles arise. By focusing on accomplishments as much as challenges, you develop a more sustainable and healthy approach to accountability. Using positive reinforcement doesn't have to be complicated. It can be as simple as taking a moment to acknowledge your own effort, writing down achievements in a journal, or rewarding yourself with small treats for completing tasks. These gestures act as reminders that your hard work matters and that every step forward is meaningful. Over time, they reinforce consistency and make self-discipline feel more attainable. Ultimately, positive reinforcement strengthens your commitment to growth and accountability. It encourages you to keep moving forward, cultivates a sense of pride in your efforts, and helps you develop a habit of valuing your own progress. When you consistently recognize and celebrate your achievements, you transform accountability from a burden into a motivating force that propels you toward your goals and builds lasting self-confidence. Committing to lifelong growth means embracing the mindset that learning and self-improvement never end. Life is full of challenges, changes, and opportunities. And the person who thrives is the one who continually seeks to grow, adapt, and evolve. It is a commitment to yourself that no matter where you are today, there is always room to become better, wiser, and stronger. Lifelong growth requires curiosity and openness. You must be willing to explore new ideas, take on new experiences, and step outside of your comfort zone. Growth often comes from discomfort, from challenges that push you to think differently or act in ways you haven't before. By approaching life with a mindset of learning, you transform obstacles into opportunities and setbacks into lessons. Consistency and persistence are essential in this journey. Growth is not about instant transformation or perfection. It is about showing up every day, taking small steps, and building habits that lead to continuous improvement. Even minor daily efforts compound over time, creating profound changes in your skills, character, and perspective. Each day is a chance to become a better version of yourself. Lifelong growth also involves self-reflection and accountability. Regularly evaluating your progress, recognizing both successes and failures, and adjusting your actions ensures that your growth is intentional. By taking responsibility for your development, you remain in control of your journey and make conscious choices that align with your goals and values. Ultimately, committing to lifelong growth is about embracing a life of purpose and potential. It is the understanding that you are never finished learning, never finished improving, and never finished becoming who you are meant to be. This mindset empowers you to face challenges with resilience, pursue your goals with determination, and live a life that reflects your highest aspirations. Growth becomes not just a goal, but a way of living. Self-accountability is not about being perfect. It's about being honest, disciplined, and committed to your own growth. When you hold yourself to a higher standard, you stop waiting for life to change and start creating the life you deserve.